Wednesday night's episode of The Real Housewives of New York City had perhaps its most housewives moment yet, as the cast gathered to discuss a very serious development in their lives against the backdrop of a very silly event. In this case, Doreen Medley was breaking the news to the other women that their forthcoming Mexico trip, complete with helicopter rides and various excursions and a very nice, very big house, was cancelled because of Bethenny Frankel's worsening health. Where were they as they learned this news? Attending a dog wedding. Not a dog-themed wedding or a dog of a wedding. A wedding between two dogs, apparently attended by hundreds of people. Luckily, no one dwelled on that point as they learned the news about Frankel's health, that she would be unable to travel because she would be having surgery to remove multiple uterine fibroids. Indeed, most of the women were surprised and concerned for Frankel, which felt appropriate. Ramona Singer was those things, too. She was just also pretty annoyed about the Mexico trip being cancelled. She told the camera so in a confessional, "I'm very disappointed we aren't going to Mexico," and she brought it up with the group, showing off the bathing suit she had already picked out for the trip, that she would now have to return. Meanwhile, Frankel spent much of the episode clearly concerned about what was going on with her body. She told Carol Rogerville when the two met for drinks that something's not right. And, later in the hour, she rushed from a shopping trip with Medley at HomeGoods and headed straight to the doctor. There she learned that she had lost nearly 10% of her blood and was really anemic, a wake-up call, she said. The doctor recommended surgery and said she would be hospitalized for 3 days. One of the surgical options was a hysterectomy, which was its own kind of wool moment, Frankel said. Even having that word in her vocabulary. As Frankel recently told People, she believes the fibroids caused her miscarriage. It was all an overwhelming development, and Frankel teared up discussing it with Medley, who was adamant that Frankel rest, legs up. "Nothing else matters," Medley said. Back at the dog wedding, Sonia Morgan was processing some disappointment of her own as she had been planning a big, thorough and sincere apology for Frankel to finally resolve their conflict over Morgan's Prosecco line. Singer spent the episode coaching Morgan, and the other women spent their time discussing whether or not Frankel should invite her to Mexico and whether or not they could all get over their individual feuds. But just because Frankel was Mia for the moment does not mean an apology won't happen, and just because Mexico isn't happening does not mean the women will continue to avoid one another. It's been long enough, and the previews hint that the women are going to start running into one another again, all at the same time. Tensions or no. It's like Rogerville said of Singer, after she took it upon herself to cut into the dog wedding cake. Some people do what they want,